All right, we'll get started as soon as we get some more viewers in. I'm gonna pause the broadcast until we get some more viewers in. As soon as we get some viewers in, then I'll start it up. Yeah, we're just waiting for some more people to come in. I see people are starting to come in now. So more viewers come in, we'll get started. Okay, see everybody starting to come in now. Just gonna wait a little bit longer. Wait for some more viewers to enter. Just waiting a little bit longer for some more people to come in, make sure everybody's here so they get everything. We'll start about 5 more minutes. Hey, David. Hey, Shamar, Scott. I see you guys in the comment area. How you doing? All right. I'm gonna get started since we're recording. So anybody that comes in late, they'll be able to get back on later. But my name's Caujuan Mayo. I'm the co-owner of Binary Trade Signals, B.T.S. And I know a lot of times I be putting up a lot of my trades and showing the charts and showing me winning and showing the end result. And I know a lot of newbies have no clue what they're looking at, don't know, from heads to tails. So today's training is basically me showing you exactly what binary trade signals is and exactly how you can get started and basically what it's all about. And then you'll know if this is something for you or if it's not by the end of this video. So let's jump right in and get started. Everybody should be able to see my screen. If not, I think you just gotta click on my picture. And you should be able to see my screen. Okay, so before first and foremost, the first thing we want to do is you can trade with or without your charts. If you trade with BTS, binary trade signals, then you wouldn't need your charts, because you would just be taking our signals, and then as our signals come in, then you would just place your trades. And what you would place your trades on is what we call a broker platform. So you wouldn't need charts. Now, with that being said, the only difference or the only thing that's not good about that, or the only negative with that would be, is if you was interested in learning to trade yourself, or if you was looking to, see exactly what I was doing, like, okay, what am I looking at when I took this trade? Maybe you wanted to go back and reference and look back exactly what I was doing, then you would need your charts open. You wouldn't have a clue by just looking at your broker charts. So, for the person that actually wants to learn how to trade and wants to know how to trade on their own time and things like that nature, then yes, definitely you want to learn how to read candlesticks, patterns, and your charts and things of that nature, which I'm going to go into later. Now, so that's two categories. So you got two different type of people. You got the person that signs up for binary trade signals. Say, look, I don't have time to be looking at charts and sitting down and taking trades all day. I just want to come in, take a couple of signals from you guys, get my money, and get out. Go home or go on with the rest of my day. Tend to the kids, tend to the wife, the husband, whatever you got going on out there. And then you got the other side of that. You got the other person that wants to come in and take this, full-fledged, maybe take this, replace their day job and actually take trading full time, and wants to really, really, really learn any and everything there is to trade, and that person would want to, actually learn the charts. So with that being said, TAmeritrade.com. Okay, that's where we start first. Now you're gonna open an account here. You can open an account here for free. Okay, you're gonna have to start here. And what we're going to is we're gonna come right here to the Thinkorswim and click there. And what you want to do is you want to open an account. See right here where it says open an account today and get free access to Thinkorswim. Okay, so you want to open this account. Basic information, your name, email address, number. Now, this is going to be for U.S. citizens only. I believe people outside the U.S. can't use Thinkorswim, but in that case, there's other charts like MT4, which you can Google, or we'll go over after this. I'm showing Thinkorswim because we use Thinkorswim, and if you're using Thinkorswim like us, then you're pretty much being sync. It's like with what we got going on. So I want you in sync as much as possible. So I'm going to go with the platforms that we use, as well as the broker that I use, and things like of that nature. So you will fill this out, okay? And then once you was done, what it would look like is like this. And this is something that you would download to your platform, to your computer, and then you would run it as a application. As you see here, I'm opening up mine. I already have it downloaded, so I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, at first glance, this is gonna look very, very confusing. You're not gonna know what you're looking at. I'm only showing you right now because I want to do this step by step. Like I said, this right here totally is not necessary. It's totally not necessary in order for you to take our signals. This is just me showing you how to download your charts so that later on down the line, if you want to learn, that you already have it at your disposal. But you do not need this to take our signals. But still, with that being said, this is what your charts would look like when you download them. And what you're looking at right now is 1 minute. As you see right here, this is a 1 minute chart. And these are candles, meaning this is the price. And it's 1 minute. And these are all minutes. So it's 1 minute candles. Each one of these is 1 minute. So if you just to count, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. So we said that the price was going down. Then you see within 5 minutes, this price went down. And that's what you would be looking at. You know, just the quick version. That's what you'd be looking at if you was, you know, studying your charts. You'd be looking at what price is doing on these charts. You're trying to predict what price is going to do next. That way you can take your trades and, you know, take them accordingly. So you're saying like, okay, from looking at what's going on right here, right now, I know you don't know, but let's say, you know, after you know what's going on, from looking at what's going on right here, what's price going to do? I say it's going to drop. Now you see how it's dropping right now. See the blue candle? So if it continue to drop and we started right here, let's say, okay, and you see it continues to drop, well, then that means you're going to make money. And now I'm going to show you how you're going to make money. So these are your charts that you would have opened, that you would have downloaded, and these are your pairs. Okay, so we're going to come back to this. So this was the chart that you would have downloaded first. Okay, got that situated, got that out the way. You want to get verified. Okay, so I'm gonna show you. So that's step 1. Now we're gonna go to step 2, which is opening up your broker. Now, your broker is used so you can take your trades. Okay, they're like your middleman per se. So you put your money into the broker account, and then you know you go to your trade, your charts. Let's say you'll go to this, and then you'll make an evaluation. You'll say, hey, you know, I think from what I see right here, that price is about to go up now. You see, so it was going down, and see how the arrow just showed you it's about to go up. So I say I'm going to jump in for the Euro USD, and what I'm saying is that the Euro, the Japanese, the Euro is going against the US dollar, right? So the Euro versus the US dollar is going to either end down in the money or above the money. So after you place your charts, from there you would have come over here to your broker and then placed your trade. Okay, that's what the broker's for. So this right here, what you're looking at, is your broker. This is my broker account. The way you get your broker is you're going to go to bosscapital.com. It's the one that we use. So it's the one that I'm saying right now, but there's other, excuse me, there's other brokers that you can use. There's many of them out there. Some of them are scam brokers. We have a list of brokers on our website that we recommend, and ones that, you know, the ones that we feel that are scams, we don't have on our website. So you can rest assured that the ones we have on our site pay out, and you can trust that, you know, you're in good standings with them thus far. So, and if anything ever happens down the line, you know, where anything shady happens or they don't pay out, then we'll remove them from our system. So as of now, we have the brokers that we feel, you know, that are the ones that, you know, that'll pay out, and the ones that are legit, you know. So some are for US and some aren't. And, you know, you can see on our site which ones that take US clients and which ones don't. Okay. So as of right now, I'm going to use Boss for this demo. So you could use Boss. You would use bosscapital.com. You would have signed up. We'll do it from right here. I'm already in right now, so I'm over here. But you sign up for an account here. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Let's log out. Okay, so we can do it from scratch. So you open an account. from here. Okay. Now, the minimum that you can put into your account is $200. Okay. So that will get you started. Now, if you put in $200 into your account, I recommend that you don't trade more than 10 to 20, 5 to 10% of the 200. That way you don't blow your account trading, okay? And take that same theory and that same logic with any amount that you put in. If you put in 1,000, the same thing goes, 10 to 5%. So with that being said, if you only can afford to put in $200, then don't be taking $50 trades. That means, 8 trades and you wiped out. So don't do that. Take $10 trades, $20 trades. Yes, it's gonna take a lot longer for you to get to where you need to get to, but that's why I also taught how to compound, which is, you just compound your what you start off with, and then your profits, and then you do that 3-4 times, and boom, you're in profit for the day, and then you're good. Okay, even starting off with the bare minimum of $20, you can turn 20 into 93 if you take 3 trades back to back that win. And on our live stream, you can take 3 high probability trades easy that will more than likely win and leave you in the money. And even if you lose, then it just brings you back to the $20 or $25 that you started with. So it's a win-win situation. So you sign up here, you open your account, you put your name, same thing. Now, this is something that I stress. A lot of people open up their account, and when you open your account, the platform opens up right away. So it's not gonna, you're gonna be anxious to start trades. You just want to jump in and trade. But let me show you something. When you want to, it's a part over here. This way you trade. It's a part where you. Okay, I got probably in me. When you go into your account, there's and when you request a withdrawal, what's gonna happen is they're gonna say, oh, we need to verify you. Make sure you're a real person, because they want to, against fraud, and make sure that you're really the person who you are, and against money laundering and blah blah blah. And long story short, is really because they're gonna try anything and everything to stall paying you if they can. That's the real truth. So to avoid that, make sure that you send in your verification documents right away. Every broker is different, but it's pretty much straightforward. It's usually send in your, a picture of your ID, also the credit card that you opened up your account with, and you can block out all the numbers and just leave the last 4 showing. Okay, so put some tape over it or something like that if you want. And I believe like a bill, a bill from your house, showing your address. And them 3 things, send them in right away before you do anything else. Right as soon as you sign up, then send in your documents. That way you're good to go. And after you start making some money, you're ready to make a withdrawal, you can do that. And everything's, hunky-dory, you're fine. You ain't got to worry about, being stalled, with your payment, because they're trying to verify you. Because verification can take a couple of days, So do that right away. Get that out the way. Okay. Also, once you sign up for Boss no longer gives demo accounts. There are demo accounts in other brokers that I can recommend as far as free that I can recommend. That way you can practice, which we highly recommend. So when you first start getting into binary, I recommend practicing first. Put your money into the broker, and then after that, go open up a demo account and then practice, which you're gonna do right now for demo purposes, so I can show you guys how to take trades and things like that, and I don't have to worry about losing my money. We're gonna use the demo, which I'll show you how it works. Now, I'll also give you $5,000 demo money to trade with, as you see where mine is at now. But this is still a demo account. But we'll also give you $5,000 to trade, and only if you got money in, and actually you have money in an actual live account. They no longer give demo accounts to just people that just want to just trade with the demo account. But with that being said, I still can tell you and point you into the right direction on, other platforms that you can use demo wise, until you're comfortable. If you're not, ready to actually put money into an account, but you still want to start, taking some trades. All right. Okay. So this is what binary options is. Now that we got all that out the way, all the boring stuff. Now, this is what binary options is. Basically, you are trading currencies against each other. Okay, you're trading one against another. So you're saying that the euro versus the Japanese yen, the U.S. dollar versus the euro, vice versa, vice versa. That's what you see right here. So what you see, I'm gonna break all these down one by one. Okay. So this is us inside the platform right now. All right. If we was taking a trade, the way our signals would come in is our signal would come in, which I'm gonna demonstrate also how our signals work also. So we'll do that as well. That way you can get a good feel of everything. But for right now, let's say our signal came in and it told you that price was gonna drop. See how this is dropping? Okay. We say, okay, we're gonna go in for a put for the Euro USD. So we would go in for the Euro USD, which is right here. We're saying what type of time expiry we want. So let's say let's take a short trade real fast. So let's take a short trade, okay? And let's take a quick one. Let's say 60 seconds. 60 seconds for the Euro USD, okay? This is just for demo purpose. We're gonna take a put, and let's say you wanna wager $20. So we wager $20, that is gonna go down. And what we're saying is that in 60 seconds, price is going to go down below. We got in right here. See, so we got in at 109247, and we're saying that within 60 seconds that the price is going to go below that. As you see, that's what so far is doing. Now price jumped out. So this is how quick you could be in the money or out the money. Hence, that's where your charts come in right here. See, so this is what your charts was telling you. Like, okay, this is telling you what the price is going to do next. Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? So that's what this price was doing. I mean, that's what the charts tell you here, and that's what you was taking your trades off of. But if you don't know how to read charts and you didn't know how to go off of this, then you would have took your trade strictly off of our signals, which would have gave you an accurate signal to let you know whether this was going up or out the money. As you see, we just took this on our own, just for a demo purpose, without any kind of analyst. But that's how you take a trade. So just that fast, within 60 seconds, you see if you made money or you lost money. So right here, we lost 20. So we minus, you see, we got a return of 0. Okay. So we lost that trade, and then we will move on to the next. And what you're looking at is the Euro USD, GBP USD, USD JPY. These are all different currencies. These are the time expiries. Okay. Now the time expiries that we take 2 minutes. We take 5 minutes. We also take, these are what we consider short-term trades. They're a little more risky because, as you can see, the price can change dramatically, and then look, it starts to come back down again, as you see right here. So if this was a longer trade, then this would have been a higher probability. But by this being a short trade, that this right here, look at, see right here, see how it's coming down. So we would actually might have won this if we would have took this longer. But since we took it short, it came all the way up, lost, then started coming down. Okay. So that's why we don't take 60-second trades. We do take 2-minute trades, and we take 5-minute trades, and then we take 30-minute trades as well as 15. Now, if you want to take the 15 or the 30, you would come over here to call put, okay? And then now you see that you have actual time expiries. So that same USD, Euro USD now, see, now I can take it till, right now it's 7:25. I can take it till, 7:45. That's, like 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes now I can take it for, and, you can, and look, you can even take it all the way up to 30, to an hour. So I mean, we could take it longer than that, but we take them 15 to 30 minutes. So right now, if I was taking these trades, I would be getting in right now for either a 15-minute trade, you know, setting up for a 15-minute trade, or I'll be setting up for a 30-minute trade. And that's what this is. It's going to expire in 30 minutes. This one's going to expire in 15. As you see right here, price is going down like we predicted it would, but it was just that 60 seconds, which is too risky. If I had took it for 2 minutes, this would have been well in the money. Okay. We also teach price action. It comes back up here. I'll take a legit trade that actually will win, and I'll show you. So here, I'll draw the price action line. It comes back up here. Then I'll take that trade. For right now, we'll get back to this lesson. Okay, so that's how you take your trades off of the broker, and that's what this broker is all about. You know, real simple. Now remember, I told you you have a 50-50 chance of winning or losing. That's 50-50 right there. Call put, up or down. You know, make a wager. 20, 100, whatever, 2,000. You make a wager. You can see the return right here. So let's say you did have that type of money to play with, and let's say you put $1,000 on a trade, but you got a few thousand in your account, so it's nothing. Well, that's going to bring you back a return of 1,800 to win that trade. So you just made a quick $800, and like I said, I wouldn't say 60 seconds because we don't take those, but let's say 2 minutes. So on one of our 2-minute trades, you just made $800 that fast in 2 minutes. Okay, but like I said, we don't have to. We could play with more realistic numbers. Even if you did 100, that would bring you back 180. So you risk 100, get back 80. Okay, so this is how you make money in binary. We set up just Euro USD. So we got the Euro USD. I'm gonna set up. I'm saying I think it's gonna go down based on my analysis. So I'm wagering $20. We saying it's gonna go down for 2 minutes. Okay. I'm waiting. And this is like I'm demoing again, showing you for demo purposes. Now this is just a quick analyst. Usually I would do a couple of other things to evaluate if this was gonna come back down, but I'm gonna go for it. If it comes up here, we're gonna go for it. So here we go. Damn, jumped in late. Boss will do that to you sometimes. You see what happened? It touched, and then boss jumped us out. It jumped back down. But I'm still confident in this one. This is why I wanted to get in right here. This is why I would have got in at right here. This Euro USD right here is why I would have gotten in at. Right here is where I would have got in at. So here you can see me take a live trade right now, a live 2-minute trade. Like I said, this is the one I would have took, but you can see they both in the money. See, told you it was going to drop. It became over here and touched this line right here. So you can see this ain't luck. You might hear a lot of rumors saying this is luck, but we're going to see right now how lucky this is. Okay, see we deep. This one's out, but that's because this one got in. This one even out. Right now it's tied. When you see it's gray like this, that means it's tied. But that's because I got in late. That's not where I wanted to get in. Really, this is where I wanted to get in right here. But I still feel it should be all right because as you see, it should drop even more. So there it goes. That's the drop I was waiting for. Okay, so I'm lucky. It should come down to about here before it goes back up. Even maybe right here, I should be all right. Okay, we got 29 seconds, 28, 52 seconds on that one. We don't want it to go up too much. We see we got green, so we want it to stay down. Got 16, 13 seconds on this one. 9 seconds, we'll come there, come back to that one. It's gonna be a nail biter. There it is. So that's money. That's money. See that? So we wagered 20, got back 33.40. Nice little profit for 2 minutes. Now we got this one about to end in the money. Okay. And here go another one. So we won 2, lost 1. That's how you make money in binary options. I just did it live in real time. You just watch me do it. You just watch me play up for this price action. That's what this is called. I know for newbies, you don't have a clue what that might be right now, but this is called price action, you know, and you can see the price action line. I knew when it came back up to this line, it was going to come back down because it touched it once here. It touched it again here. So I knew that the third time it should be out of here. And as you can see, these are both deep in the money trades, deep in the money wins. This one wasn't as deep because we would have got in up here, as you said, like as I said. But what happens sometimes is the price touch, and since it played with this, which is called resistance, and this one right here is called support, or even this line could be it. What happens is when it touches that, you know, it comes right back. It reverses, as you can see, and that's this little heartbeat that you got going on. See, every time it touched it up here, it came down. So that was a money trade all day. Deep in the money trade, just good trade to take. All right. So it couldn't have got no better. That was the best example I could have showed you guys. You know, that was some quick money cash you made, 2 minutes. Okay. And now you could have very well wagered $100 on that trade, knowing that it was going to go like I knew it was going to go, and you would just made 80 here. You could have made another 100 there. You could have made, that would have been 160, and you could have walked away. You just made $160 in 2 minutes, and then you could have been done with and went on with the rest of your day. But play with the kids, you know, went on, and you know, you ain't have to do no 9 to 5. You ain't have to listen to no boss. You know, you ain't had to be. And like I said, this is a lot better than going to the casino. It's a lot better than playing scratch offs. It's a lot better than going to the lotto. Even if you want to say this is gambling, you know, some people say, "Oh, this is nothing but gambling." Okay, well, how many times have you won the lotto? I know you played a few times, right? How many times you won? How many times you won more than $2 or $10 on a scratch off? You know, I know you've played a lot of times, right? You've taken a chance, right? Okay, then. So what's the difference? It's no difference. And the difference here is you already got a 50-50 chance just by coming over here and saying, you know what? It's going to end up. No, it's going to end down. Okay, up or down. That's just like flipping the coin. That's 50-50 already. Now doing this, analyzing charts, learn how to analyze charts, taking our signals, things of that nature. Well, you know what that just did? That just upped the ante, and now it's no longer 50-50. Okay, and now you just made it, you know, 65% or 70%, you know, 80%, and now you're really in profit. You know, you already can, you know, win just by being 55, 60%. You know, I think about 60%, no, not 55, but 60%, then you can be in profit. You know, not by much, but you can be in profit. So if you up it, you know, just by doing things like what I just did, you know, or taking our signals, then it just increases, you know, your odds. So after you got your platform, which would be your Thinkorswim, which is this right here, okay, which will help you set up and, you know, teach you, you know, how to, you know, at least basic candlestick movement. And, you know, to learn a lot of the basics, you can go right to YouTube, and YouTube will teach you a lot. But even more so, we have a lot of training videos, and we have a lot of videos that help you get started right in our back office. You know, so we have it not in our back office, but on our website and in our group, in our Facebook group. So if you're not already a part of our Facebook group, then, you know, ask, come friend me, inbox me. You know, again, Caujuan Mayo, if you don't already know me. And also Patrick Moore is my partner. You know, so you can get a hold of either one of us on Facebook. And we're very, very transparent, and we're very, very hands-on with customers, and we'll get you started. So then after you got this started, and then let's say you say, okay, now I'm ready to go ahead and jump in, and I'm ready to join, you know, join binary trade signals to see what it's all about. Now you can come here. And if you wanted to join, you can join the Facebook group right here as well. And, you know, if you want to join, you come over here, join on our website. You can join for a week, and we have a weekly plan. You know, if you can't afford the monthly, which is 200. The best value would be our yearly plan, which we have a few members actually in the yearly in the our annual plan for 1,500 a year, and then you ain't got to worry about it. You're good to go. Also, if you can't afford to do put money, sign up with us and put money into your broker, then what you can do is you can sign up with one of our trusted brokers, okay? And one of the brokers right here will get you a free month with B.T.S. All you gotta do is put a minimum of 300 into your account, and that's for you to get started anyways. That's your money, and then that's it. Okay, we get an affiliate commission. Like I said, I'm 100% transparent, so we do get affiliate commission. But by us getting that affiliate commission, we waive our monthly fee, and you don't have to pay for B.T.S service. Okay, so that'll help you right there. So then once you get started and you get in, then it will get you access to our trade room. Okay. Now remember, now this is 100% newbie friendly. Now as you see, this is our signal feed. This is what you would get by joining after you join and you took and you wanted to take our signals. This is what you would be getting. So what you're looking at right now is, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of how the feed works. Okay, what you're looking at is you're waiting for an alert. So you'd be sitting here, you don't even have to know how these charts work other than just the basic rules. And our rules is, if the price touches this line or this line, which is your magenta or your red line, okay, either way, whether it's oversold or overbought, either way, okay, which is up or down, okay, then you're going to go in the opposite. I mean, you're going to take that trade, if you was to get a signal. Now that signal would be this arrow. You see this arrow right here? So you can see this was a good example of it. It happened right here. It came up, price touch. We probably got an alert saying get ready for a trade. When it came, boom, it went down. Okay, and you would have won. You would have made money on this trade. These are 2-minute trades, but these are actually 60-second trades too, by the way. So these are quick, and you get to make money fast. These down here are 5 minutes. Okay, so this is our 5-minute charts. These are 60 seconds. So look, it's a pre-signal. Now, this isn't a signal that we would take, because remember I told you need to be touching the magenta or the red lines. So these are the type of trades that we wouldn't take. Okay, but sometimes you will see that they still will win. But we just watch them, and we don't. We want to take the high probability ones. Remember, I told you want to take the ones where they're gonna go. Not possibly. Now our system is so good that yes, they'll still win at times, but we don't want to risk it, because as you see right here, where you see one saying it was going to go up, and then you see it went down, and that's because it wasn't down here touching the magenta lines like we needed to. But when it's touching, as you see right here as well, it came up, it touched the magenta line, and then it was probably a signal, and then it went down. Okay, so right here you see we got alerts. So this is how the feed works. Okay, and what you would get is during the main sessions and main trade sessions, like New York session, which is in the morning time, London session, and or it depends on where you're at, if it's morning or not. But for me, West Coast, it's in the morning. Asian sessions usually in the afternoon for me, but this is the Asian session that we're in right now, actually. And during those times, there's a lot of signals out there that present itself, and when those signals are presenting itself, I mean, those are the best times to sit down and be able to take a few different trades, and then within 30 minutes to an hour's time, you could have took 3 to 4 or 5 trades and be done with the day. As you see right here, this one is setting up, is going up. Now we got a pre-signal alert. This is how it comes. They come in pre-signals first. That way it gives you time to set up, and then you would set up for the trade. And then what you're looking for is a trade signal alert after that. So first you get a pre-signal alert, and then usually you'll hear a ring, and that ring will tell you that it's time, go ahead and take the trade, go in. And then when you go in, when you hear that, then you go ahead and take it. As long as everything is going with our rules. And our rules are usually, it's very simple. The rules are, if it touches the magenta or the red lines, and you want to be going with the trend, if possible, you can break that rule. That's the only rule I say you can break. But more times than not, you want to be going with the trend. Definitely, that's just a higher probability. In situations like this, where you see it came well below oversold and overbought lines, then you definitely go in the opposite direction when you get that signal, because it's a very high probability that that's going to win. The ones that's right here in the middle of the bands are the ones that we stay away from. And as you can see, you're going to get so many signals and so many signal alerts that you don't have to stress and rush and take every signal that comes and end up risking on a bad signal. You can wait for the optimum ones to come, like these and these and these. Okay, see, now this is an entry, as you see. Okay, we wouldn't have took it because of these little dojis and these little and how these little candles and how it's right here. But still, as you see, the system is still working good, it's accurate, and it's still going down. But that being said, I still would have followed the rules, and I still would have stayed out of that trade. But it's good to see that you see more winners than losses. Here you go, one win, 2 win, 3 win, 4, 5, 6. Because on the 5 minutes, you go to the next candle. Let me explain that. On our 5 minute charts, you go to the next candle, okay? And that next candle is your win or loss. Is when you go in. And on the 1 minute, you go right in when you see the arrow. So this arrow would have came in, you would have went right in. So you see, if it's blue, it was going down. If it's green, it was going up. So everywhere you see an arrow, it was doing what it was supposed to do. So that's a winner. That's a winner. That's a winner. That's a winner. So that's 1, 2, 3. This is a loss. That's a win. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins, 1 loss right here, just from up here already. 6 wins and 1 loss. And you can see right here in real time, our candles don't repaint. They either disappear or they beat it, but they won't come back like this and then, give false readings. And then right here in the 5 minutes, you can see it's the next candle. So if you see an arrow right here, then you would have got in right on the next candle, which would have been the opening right here. And as you see, these are clear winners. If it would have been the next one, that's a winner. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this one lost. And we're still waiting on this one for the next one. This is actually going to be a candle for the next. So as you see, that was 4-1. So what was 6-1 up here, 4-1 there? What's that? So 10-2. You're in the money. You're in the money. You can walk away now. You ain't got to do nothing else. You're done for the day. So that's how our live stream works. And you get action at this, and you get access to this 24 hours a day, 5 days a week when you sign up for our service. Monday through Friday, and actually we turn the system on Sunday, so really you get a bonus day. So really you're getting it 6 days a week, and then you get live trades from me, and we have sometimes we have guest traders also giving trades, but we give our trades between Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we do ours between 8 a.m. Eastern. Tuesday through Thursday, 8 a.m. Eastern, unless the market is acting up or it's just not, high impact news day, it's just not good. And then what we'll do is we'll go to the we'll go to Asian session, which is later on that day, which is usually around 10 o'clock, like around this time, actually. And then that's when I go, which is action for zones, because it gets a little slower and I can pretty much, predict exactly what the price is going to do, and it's not all over the place and all erratic. So, you know, we either trade one of the two sessions. So if you don't know, so like I said before, we have two plans, two type of situations. You have one for the newbies, which is, hey, you know, I'm gonna come in, sign up with you guys, you know, go just get my broker, which is this all you have to know, this. And they have a mobile app too. They have a mobile version, so you can even take this on your phone. So you can take these same trades on your phone and never even have to worry about looking at this ever, opening up a chart. If you think this is something, let me show you what it really looks like. See, so you can have multiple charts open. These are different currencies, okay? But like I said, this is not necessary to trade with B.T.S. This is necessary if you want to take your trading to the next level. And by trading with B.T.S, it can also help you get there too, okay? So in the meantime, you could just take your take trades off your platform, and from our signals that we get and the signals that you get from our signal feed, okay? As you see, accurate, look, still giving off good signals right here. Remember, this was the signal to go in, and here it goes. You see it's going down right now. Just went up, but it's still blue. As long as it's blue and not green, that's a good signal. This right here, remember right here, look at it's going up. Remember, we got the signal that was going to go up. You would have got in on this next candle, you'd be deep in the money right now. That's a deep, look at that, deep. That's deep in the money right now. I know it looks little if you don't know what we're looking at right now, but this is deep in the money to be coming from way over here. You would have got in right here. Same thing with this. Got in up here. Look how deep this is. That's deep already. So signals work. Signals work, guys. And that's why we do everything in real time. B.T.S is always transparent. You know, we don't hide anything. You know, we don't have anything to hide. We show everything. We do everything in real time. I take my trades real time. I tell you when I'm on a demo account, you know, in real time. You know, like I said, demo accounts start you off with $5,000. So even demo account or not, you still see we trade and we're making money, we're flipping. And even when I'm on my demo account, I'm still flipping it. And I just showed you two trades in real time that were deep in the money. So this is not by accident. This is not by luck. This is the best thing that I feel you can get into that would change your life, make you some money. No, it's not a get rich quick a scam. Nope, it's not going to make you money overnight if you don't have a lot of capital. But it can definitely supplement, you know, some of your income. It can definitely fill a void. It can definitely help out. You know what I'm saying? It can definitely take the place of some of the other stuff you might be doing that's just wasting your time, maybe, or you just not seeing results. You know, maybe you're involved with some MLM, or maybe you're involved with some type of marketing that, you know, just ain't working for you, you know, and you want to just do something else, but just didn't know how to get started. This is it. And we're very, very hands-on. We help our members out to the fullest. So, you know, if you ever get started and say, wow, you know, the video, it seems so easy, you know, but now that I'm trying to do this myself, I don't know what I'm doing again. I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm confused again. No problem. You know, inbox me. I'm an open book. I'm always accessible. People are always in my inbox asking me questions. I have no problem with answering them. You know, if I'm not available, my partner Patrick Moore, our admin Chase. I mean, we have a great team. You know, even down to the tech guy who built the system. You know, Ken. You know, so you know, we're all accessible. You know, something that isn't working, something's going down, or something's not right. You know, you can always get a hold of us. We work with you. You know, so just keep that in mind. You know, we're not the type that just gonna leave you guys hanging, or, you know, take your money and run, or any of that. You know. So with that being said, quick recap, because that's pretty much it, guys. You know, that was pretty much it in a nutshell. Okay, first and foremost, go to Ameritrade, download your Thinkorswim charts. Okay, if you forgot how, go to Google. Remember always, Google is your friend. So if you ever get stuck doing anything, any of this, just Google is your friend. So then it becomes how to set up my Thinkorswim swim charts. Okay. And then it's a ton of videos. There's going to be a ton of things. Even Thinkorswim itself will tell you. You know, same thing with YouTube. There's going to be a ton of things on YouTube that you can see and watch. You know, it's only a 6-minute video.
Here, and thanks for checking out.
That's kind of funny that it went straight to my partner's video. This is actually my partner, Patrick Moore. So yeah, that's good. So how to set up your charts. I'm on the front page. So that's a good look. I like that. But anyway, I didn't even know that was going to happen. But so yeah, so this is how you set up your chart. So my buddy Patrick Moore already made a video. So good. There you go. All right, guys. So that's what you do. You set up your Thinkorswim charts first. Okay. Remember, we go to Ameritrade, and then you don't have to sign up for their broker. You don't have to sign up for their none of that. You're gonna go to Thinkorswim down here, and come down here and open up your account. Open up a new account, and then download it to the desktop. Follow the directions, you know, so forth, so on, basic stuff, and you're good to go. Okay. Now, very important, something that we didn't go over, and this is something very important. When you open up your broker, brokers are like wolves. They are wolves. They hounds. They dogs. They all that. And they're going to be on you. They're going to be calling you. You might want to just give them a Google number or something, but they're going to be hounding you. Okay. Not only are they going to hound you, they're going to try and offer you things. Like they're going to offer you a bonus. Okay. And what I want you guys to do is never take the bonus unless you know exactly what you're getting into. And I'm going to tell you what you're getting into. If you take a bonus, you got to trade your account. You got to trade 30 times the amount that they gave you, or 5 or 10 times. Now it's more than 5, but definitely 30, 20, something ridiculous like that. So they give you $1,000, then you got to trade 30,000 before you can make a withdrawal. Okay. What's the chances of you trading $30,000 worth of value before you start losing or before you take a loss? Exactly. So they know that. So they're going to offer you bonuses, hoping you take it to lock you into these platforms and things like that. Don't take the bonus. Okay. Never take a bonus. Okay. That's the rule of the day. Rule of thumb. Newbie rule number 1, never take the bonus. Never take the bonus. Because it's how you get trapped and you won't be able to take your money out. You end up, you know, taking a bonus, you end up doing good. You know, you build your account up. You say, okay, I want to make a withdrawal. And then they say, nope, you didn't trade 30 times the value, you know, of the bonus. So you can't take no money out yet. So I don't want nobody to end up in that situation. So never take the bonus. Unless you know that you're going to do that, you want to edge, you want to boost, you know, you say, I'm not worrying about it. I'm not planning on taking any money out no time soon anyways. And, you know, so I am going to take the bonus so I can give myself a little more cushion and a little bit more leverage. Then by all means, that's fine. You know, if that's what you want to do that at your own risk and know that that's what you got to, you do have to trade, you know, a high amount versus the amount they gave you. So as long as you know that already, then it's fine. But I don't want you thinking that the bonus is free, because it's not. It comes with strings attached. Okay. All right. So that's it in a nutshell. Like I said, you see, we just took 2 trades. Very easy to do for the people that say this is like gambling or this is gambling. Even if that's your take on this, which it isn't, because I just showed you how I use my charts to evaluate what the price was going to do. So I just showed you and took the luck value out of it. But in a case that you still say it's just luck, okay, well, let's say you already got a coin toss flip, okay, and you can take minimum bets, and it's still better than putting your money into a slot machine, because you don't have a 50-50 chance when you go to Vegas and play the slots, okay? You don't have a 50-50 chance when you play craps. You don't have a 50-50 chance when you play roulette, you know? You don't have a 50-50 chance when you play maybe roulette. You kind of have a 50-50 chance, but then I think they mess with the spread, and they mess with it, you know, so you don't. Basically, there's no game that you have that, because eventually somebody will end up being having a good day, and luck could just be in your favor, and you end up breaking the bank one day, or you just keep breaking even. Okay. So with that being said, this is a very, very this could be a very lucrative thing to get into, and a lucrative way to supplement your income and get out of the, you know, rat race, or just put a little bit, a couple of extra dollars in your pocket. You know, it could be $100 a day you make, you know, $50 a day, 50 extra dollars a day you make. Very easy. You know, just taking a $20 trade. Now you take a $50 trade, say you take one $50 trade and bring you back 83 bucks. $30 profit for 2 minutes. So, you do it all day. You're making a couple $100 a week. So it's just up to you and basically what you want to do and what you're trying to do and what's your goals. But I know that it's very, very doable with binary options, and it's not a scam. And contrary to what you may have heard believe, yes, you can make money with this, but yes, you do have to be disciplined, and yes, you can't treat it like a get rich quick scheme or like it's MLM or all the rest of that stuff that's out there. Okay, this is like nothing else that's out there. All right. So with that being said, I think we went over everything. If anybody have any questions or anybody, want to ask me anything, you're more than welcome to. If not, I think I'm gonna shut down the session. All right, guys. Thank you for trading with us today. Thank you for being here with us today. Again, this is Caujuan Mayo on binary trade signals. Again, I want to thank you for being here with us today. I said we got quite a few people on board, so I appreciate you guys being here with us today. Like I said, we're very, very transparent over here at B.T.S. This is what we're all about. I did everything from A to Z. If anything else you ever want to know, if you ever want to learn, like I said, I'm easy to find. I'm on Facebook every day, all day. My partner's easy to find. So just feel free to hit my inbox. And any questions, I'll answer them. I hope I answered it. I hope I put any questions you might have had to bed, and any worries you might have had, anything you wanted to know about B.T.S. or wanted to know how it runs or how we function or basically what we're all about. I hope all those questions was answered today. I hope you see that we are the real deal. We're not fake traders. We're not just marketers. We're not people here to scam you, get you out your money. We're very, very transparent. We're not with the drama. That's why we don't get in drama. We're here to make money, and we're here to make you money. That's what it's all about. So with that being said, peace, be blessed, and thank you for being here with us today. B.T.S.